So this is Khalid from Boss, and we'll be going through our Pivotal and Git workflow so we can work as a team. So this is Pivotal Tracker. On Pivotal Tracker, you should see on the left a list of stories in your backlog. The backlog basically shows all the stories or tasks that you need to be working on. So let's get started. So you start working on the stories from top to bottom. Right now, this story is completed by LG, and then here you can see there's someone working on the story. So generally you want to pick up whatever is not being worked on. So here I want to update the staff app README. So you double click on it, you see the full details of the story. So here you have a description, the labels, you can add tasks if you want, you can add comments to discuss the story. So generally, here you see how difficult the story is. Anything that is difficult should be broken down into smaller stories, so no task on this list should be taking you more than an hour or two. Generally, you want to try to make each task less than an hour. So let's say here this is one point, it's very easy. You should be able to do this task within like 5 minutes or less. So how do you get started? So you go to your code. So now I've opened the staff app in the text editor. You want to update the README. Before you do any update, first you want to do a git pull to make sure you have the latest version of the code, just in case. Maybe there's some other team member already committed something. So you just want to make sure you have the up-to-date version of the code. So everything is fine. You can do a git status to check if any changes have been done. So now I want to work on this story, which is updating staff README. So you have to basically make a branch. First, you make sure you're on the develop branch. So if you do git branch, you see we have two main branches, master and develop. So if you want to move to the develop branch, you do git checkout develop. And now you're on the develop branch. So now you make a branch out of this to work on. So git checkout B. So now I'm updating the README file. So you can name it anything you want as long as it explains what you're doing. So I'm going to call it update README. So now I'm on this new branch, if you see. So on this new branch, I want to rename. Okay, so this is payroll staff app. It's for the staff portal. It's built in Ionic. That should be fine. So now when you save, you do a git status here. You should see I only modified this file. You want to see the differences. You can do a git diff. You can see the difference. So now I want to commit this on this branch. So git add, and now I want to commit with a message. So with this, I renamed admin text to staff. Now I want to make another change to this. This app is part of. So now I want to add another commit. So now if you see the git log, you should see now you have two commits that have been done, but they're all done on your README app. So after testing your code and making sure everything is fine with this branch that you built, you just go back to your develop branch, and then you want to merge your branch into this. So first also git pull, make sure you have the up-to-date code from the develop branch, and now you want to merge. Git merge. What do I want to merge? I want to merge the update README branch into the develop. So you do no ff. So basically this tells you when you merge to specify a commit message. So before doing that, you want to go back. So you see, so this is the task we finished in that branch. You want to copy the story ID. You just click here. It tells you story ID copied. And then you click enter. And now it tells you put a commit message for that merge. So here, generally, you want to tag the story that you finished. So you can just go here and type this finishes. So you have to make sure it's the exact same way with these square brackets between each. And then you just save this. So using, so now you see that we did the merge. If you do a git log, you see this is what happened. So these two, and then you're finished. So now you just do a git push to push your changes. So now that I've pushed it, it should be on the GitHub repository. Once you're done with this branch and it's merged, you can just go view your branches, and you'd see, so at all points you have two main branches, the master and the develop. Now that this has been merged, the update readme, you can now delete it without worry. So you can just do git branch d and then update readme, and then if you see, you deleted that branch. So if you go back to master, you check out the branches, you're back to just two main branches. But if you go git log, you still have, you can know what branches existed at every point of time. So if you check here, you'd see, so on this story, this is what happened or the changes you've made. And then you can click on it and see what changes were done in the code relative to the story. So after testing your code on the dev server and everything, you can just mark it as delivered, and then you just close and you can work on the next. You do not need to click accept or reject. This is for the QA team or the testers. They will test every single story, and then they will accept or reject based on and provide you with feedback. So if they see that this is not enough, the changes you made are not right, they'll reject it and they'll add you comments on what you need to fix. That's it in general, plain and simple. But I'd recommend you'd read this article. So this article is the exact way we're currently working. So what you're doing is from develop branch, you're building a feature branch, and then you're merging back into a develop branch. So once the develop branch reaches a good state, we create a release. So this part is done by us. We create a release branch and then put it on master, and then we tag it as a release. If there's an issue with master, let's say after we launch the app, what we have to do is create a hotfix branch from the master and then merge it back. But this you can keep for later. For now, we just need to master the develop and feature branches. I'll add links to these. You can print this if you'd like, just for reference, but I'd recommend practicing it a few times before you get started with coding.